This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
We're back at you on the Sunday, January 18th edition of the Press Box. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And, of course, like I said, another edition of the Press Box. Back at you, your boy Naughty and your company, right up until 1 p.m., along with Earl the Pearl. Stat Boy is in the building. I don't know if Mega could be here today. I know if Mega could be here today.
I wouldn't show up after that cut behind last night.
But listen, we're gonna get into it with the game perspective of it, in short order. But this is a perfect example of when I go in on the 49ers. Why I go in on the 49ers? Let me tell you, I call them the 49ers for a reason. Their fans get all their knickers in a knot during this bang, bang, Niner gang, bang, bang, Niner gang. And they run all up and down. They got the self-righteous know-it-all set like Eric Sawyer.
Oh, my goodness. Eric?
With the LeBron hairline, all right? That's Eric. Then you got Mega over here, too.
Now, Mega's a decent fan.
No, he's not.
Mega's a decent
He's
fan.
an I told you so 49er fan.
Well, I mean, when you said that of Dallas, you
But
said
the problem with us Cowboy, difference between us Cowboy fans, why we're the most resilient fans in sports, we be around here 24/7, 365. What's the most talked about team year-round? The Dallas Cowboys, even when in the NFL offseason. You want people to keep interest? Throw some clickbait about the Cowboys out there. That'll keep you busy for 2-3 days.
But in the Bahamas, it's the Miami Dolphins.
Mega is peeled back. Then you got my boy Javier Bo, a.k.a. Sonic. Who's the next one who's coming high and righteous high for looting 49er behind. But when they get beat, nothing.
You ain't supposed to say nothing when you get beat. You have to humble yourself.
Tell me some more 99ers running out there. Who I need to do
99ers.
No, 99ers.
99ers.
You've covered Mega, Sonic, Eric. I don't know who else.
No. Terrell Duncombe down at RBC Cable Beach.
him too.
Like to get critical on big man like me when your 49ers lose, and I tell you they can lose. What this is, the fourth year in a row?
That wasn't a loss, Naughty.
You still upset with me, Terrell, for being honest?
That was a beatdown.
Hold on, let me deal with these 49er fans. Because they get all high and mighty. But see why I tell them there's frauds? They like to jump on the Cowboys to cover the fact that they are the franchise with the longest Super Bowl drought, now going on 32 years.
Well, besides like the Dolphins and teams like that. But yeah, longer than the Cowboys.
Correct. And who they like to jump up and always point their finger at.
Cowboys.
But who's actually been in the wilderness longer?
San Fran, they haven't won since before y'all.
And all y'all could do is beat up your mouth, beat up your mouth, beat up your gum, and boom, get punched right in it yesterday. Pearly, now you can chime in. That wasn't no beat down yesterday.
No, that was a slaughter. That was an embarrassment of the riches. That was just a beating. That was like the flag football, the Bahamas youth flag football team playing NFL team.
I ain't gonna lie.
It was embarrassment for 49er fans.
I ain't saying this.
It was exciting for me.
I ain't saying this to be a jerk, right? I swear. But I thought that was heading toward Jacksonville, Miami kind of ended.
Oh, boy.
Wait, what you mean the Jacksonville, Miami kind of ended?
Marino's last game.
Marino's last game. You forget when Marino get beat 62-3.
You really had to bring that up, Naughty?
Yes, I did.
Marino's been retired for 20 years now. You
I
had to
don't
bring that
care,
up.
'cause
Why couldn't you bring up that look like a Denver-Miami win when Miami beat Denver 70 to something?
Well, you brought that up.
You had a Marino lost 63-3. That is not good.
Pearly, I'm
You
sorry.
really should apologize
Pearly,
to me and many Dolphin
No,
fans.
no.
And particularly me.
I'll apologize to you. The rest of the Dolphin fans could kiss my cowboy star on both cheeks,
Oh
okay?
my goodness! Why would you bring that up? Something happened 100 years ago.
No, because in true fashion, I'm cleaning house. Y'all caught a backhand slap. Y'all in the lucid line like maybe they made the playoff.
That's why you leave us alone.
I could kink you one time now because I still got Pittsburgh fans today. Wait,
That's my point. Why are you messing with
This is
us?
a juicy week, though.
Pittsburgh and the 49ers got totally embarrassed.
After the 49ers, I still got to deal with the Bills.
Packers and the Bills.
Oh, the Bills.
Packers.
That was a good loss, too.
But anybody seeing Carl Neely, right?
One more loss, and then it doesn't matter to me.
Anybody seeing Carl Neely who's working at Lannis and Tropical Gyros? Ever since that Parker cut skin boy, I can't hear or see from him. Carl, you all right? Somebody at Lannis, boss staff, send message for Carl and tell him I'm looking for him. This is a wellness check. I heard nothing from him since the Packers.
Oh, he's a Packer,
cut
that's
skin.
right.
Yeah. And he's another high and righteous one who's like to run on. And I have to remind him, we spotted your franchise of 40
But
years
I was
start, and
telling-
we have more Super Bowls. Shut up.
I was telling Sister Sledge that, Denver, I'm picking Denver. I mean, some things changed last night, but up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
I'm picking Denver to go to Super Bowl. Oh, no, they can't beat Buffalo. Buffalo, this, Josh Allen. I said,
I was
"You stay
wrong.
right there."
I was wrong. They
I'm
did.
telling you, Denver got it. And guess what? That same team might still go to the Super Bowl without Bo Nix.
They'd have to hope to get
The
New
Giants
England.
did them? I don't think so.
They'd have to hope to
What
get New England.
spectacular has Bo Nix done to make you think that they will lose a step? He made one or two plays, but that defense is what keeps them in the game.
Yeah, but listen, I could be honest with you.
And it will be interesting to see a Houston-Denver playoff because I believe Houston's going to beat New England today.
I take New England, but if Houston
I like
does
New England
win,
today. Let me
Houston's
tell
going
you.
to the Super Bowl.
Let me tell you who comes
I'll
up.
never pull for New England.
Let me tell you who comes up big today for New England. I can tell you who can come up. He can make a play or two when it counts, and he could be the difference. Rookie running back, Ohio State, Travion Henderson. Watch it today.
Buckeye.
Watch it today. And I ain't saying that because Miami punched Ohio State in the mouth.
In them out.
And we can talk.
You all got a
and we can
game
talk-
tomorrow.
We got to talk about big game tomorrow too. And I feel better about that big game tomorrow because they showed the biggest offensive lineman, starting offensive lineman for Miami Hurricanes, Mr.
I mean,
Bell.
6'7", 380 or something like that.
Right, and then they showed the biggest defensive lineman from Indiana.
Like 6'1", 240.
and I'm like, hey, it ain't the size of the fighting. It ain't the
Ain't the
fighting
size
of the dog and the fight, the
Yeah,
size of the
that,
fight of
that.
the dog.
But at the same time, but that's a big mofo from Miami, though.
No, he
Good
big.
Jesus.
He big. And he's good.
And that's why I think when you have an undefeated team, similar to the Patriots that go round,
But one thing, listen, Naughty really should
I
be
believe
involved.
he
He can
can't-
spin, but I should tell this fella, he need to hire you, You a spin doctor, boy.
Rumpelstiltskin.
He
You
can
have to-
spin.
probably you have to look at it too in the day and age of sports betting, being all over college, having their hands all over college and pro sports. This is another avenue where it leans toward Miami.
Just the world betting for Indiana.
Ah,
But Miami are with 9 points underdogs.
yep, and I'll take it.
That's a good bet.
I'll take it.
I'll take Miami in the points.
And guess
Either
what?
way, I win.
I think Miami has the ability to do something. Now, This is provided that Carson Beck does not totally diarrhea the bed, because we know Carson Beck from time to time can diarrhea the bed.
He's been doing really you can't say that about him. He is not.
I'm just putting it out there.
He has not let you down basically all year.
In the money run right now,
He's been good.
He's been good. And I'm thinking that offense with Fletcher,
That's the key.
they could run the ball a little bit on Indiana. Now they put Indiana in a position where they haven't been. Kind of like basketball. When you got a team that runs up and down and scores a lot of points, go to the four corners, slow it down. Run a half-court set.
I think if Miami...
Make them play defense. Well, leaving them on the field a little longer. Keeping
Yes.
their offense on the
Yes.
sideline a little
Yes.
longer is going to
Exactly.
frustrate them.
Yes.
Is going to put Mendoza, who's under a lot of pressure because he's playing in his hometown. And let's be real,
And he's playing for a team that he really wanted to go to.
wasn't good enough to play for the U. And I will remind you again, Mr. Heiss Mendoza, you weren't good enough to play for the U.
Could it... Wait, I can't necessarily agree with you on that.
California is
Hold on.
the University of
Hold on.
California is who's that credit for the development and producing
but
Mendoza.
maybe your talent evaluations were wrong, because he turns out to be a very good quarterback. He's the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, but guess what? Look at the last time he played the Hurricanes in Cal.
It doesn't
Nobody
matter. It doesn't. He
New
played
team, new environment,
California.
everything is new.
California,
better coaching, better
the
teammates.
Bears, a second-tier Division I team. Come on, can't compare that to Ohio State or Indiana right now, or anybody else. The bottom
I'm
line
telling
is,
you right
the bottom
now-
line is, whoever evaluated him were wrong. He turned out to be a good quarterback, a really good quarterback. He's good enough to be the number one pick and good enough to be the Heisman Trophy winner.
And I'm telling
So
you,
you can't say he's not good enough to be the Miami. You can say Miami misevaluated him.
no, Pearly, not now.
They
allow me to
miss.
speak.
Who's the Heisman Trophy winner this year? Who's going to be the number one pick? Him.
Pearly, at the time of his initial recruitment coming out of high school in Florida,
They didn't see his potential.
they didn't see his potential.
So don't say he wasn't good
He
enough.
wasn't checking the boxes. He had his tryout. They did some offers, but California swooped in. He developed and he progressed, and the maturation process took place at California.
That's what's supposed to happen when you come in as a freshman to any university, unless you're a super stud. Which very few of them be started at freshman. Very few.
All I'm saying to you is,
Miami misevaluated him. That's all.
well, then so did every other
Yes,
Division
other
I
than
program.
California and some
Exactly,
other schools.
in Indiana.
And the fact that
And I'm
Indiana saw
saying-
what he's good for and offered him some NIL money and brought him up there.
And I'm saying
And the
to
rest
you,
is history.
I'm saying to you, there is a reason why, consensus why, the majority of coaches coming out, even the high school coaches and the folks who voted for him in Florida, missed the ball.
Who was the coach at the time?
Which
At
you
the
mean?
University of Miami 4 years ago or 5 years
That
ago.
was probably
That's when he was doing donkey, you know what?
that might have been Thingham, who came from Rice. But anyway,
Yeah. Then
Make a
he had
long
little-
story
then
short.
Then he went a little belly up then.
I'll put it to you like this. I view Mendoza like a Brock Purdy. He can put up pretty numbers for you. He can jam on you. But when you get in certain dog fights like last night, and people continually popping and popping and popping and popping, you turn into
That
Cinderella.
loss wasn't all on Purdy. No, I ain't going to let you do that. I ain't gonna let you
Hold
do
on.
that.
Purdy is definitely not a top 5 elite.
I didn't say that. I
Um,
didn't say that.
I never said you did, but those,
But all I'm saying
those
is I don't
bang
blame-
bang Niner gangs.
Yeah, but I don't blame that loss on Purdy. That I keep telling people that Seattle is the most complete team in the NFL.
But
Offense, defense, and that's the same team that you thought my boy wasn't going to be nothing much.
Who?
Sam Donald. You didn't think much of Donald.
Hold
You
on,
said
Purdy.
he's gonna throw us interception. He's gonna mess it up soon.
Pearly, you have me mistaken with somebody else.
I don't.
Pearly, I clearly spoke from a perspective of Sam Donald.
Recently,
saying that he was on my fantasy team and won me games
yes,
in between
but
weeks.
early in the year, you didn't have him starting.
Excuse me, who was going to start over Sam Donald in Seattle when they let old boy
Geno
Geno
Smith
Smith go?
go.
Come on, Pearly, you insulted my
No, I'm
sports
not.
acumen
I'm
here.
not doing that. I know that you don't particularly care much for him. You didn't early in the
I
year.
said Sam Donald when he left Minnesota. You get me mistaken with McCarthy, Pearly, Because I said the big loss in Minnesota was Sam Darnold, and he's the reason why Seattle's improving. I said the reason why Minnesota's in the toilet is because J.J. McCarthy, what number is Sancho?
Nine.
Sucks. 9 different ways. That's why. But Sam Darnold made a good contrast. Yes, with the Jets, he was garbage.
Okay.
Went in and went to the mountain and saw Muhammad for one season as a backup in L.A. McVay got his head right. He went to a McVay disciple in
Was Darnold
Minnesota.
backing up? No, I don't think Darnold was in L.A.
Darnold was in L.A. for a hot
It
minute.
was San Fran, wasn't it?
Or San Fran or
Shanahan,
L.A., one of them.
yeah.
Shanahan or McVay got his head right for one season as a backup.
Yep.
He goes to O'Connell up there in Minnesota, who's a quarterback
Quarterback
guru, and then he ends up in Seattle with a great support system around him, and 2 good running backs, a stud wide receiver. Cooper Kupp stepped up big last night.
Sure did.
So Donald is a great game manager. I foresaw Donald being within the system in Seattle, exactly like what we're seeing now. Now, on the weekend, was I concerned about Sam Donald's oblique injury? Yes.
I wasn't.
I realized
fair.
that was gamesmanship in retrospect, but no, Pearly. Donald, I have not been a fanatic of, but there was 2 quarterbacks that I did say, I think with a change of scenery, and because they'd gone the route, McVay,
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold and Shanahan in San Francisco and Baker Mayfield and McVay in the
In
Rams.
LA, yeah.
Because both of them had that backup stint.
Both of them
And
were
both
in
of them-
Carolina.
Both of them had that
Yeah,
one
but he
year.
was, but Sam Darnold was at Carolina for 2 years.
right?
And Baker.
And
then,
Baker.
and then he went to the 49ers. And,
And
then he
then
went to
Ba-
Minnesota.
And then he went to Seattle.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield ended up in LA and ended up in Tampa. But like I said, they had 2 little spots as backups where people thought, oh, they're going to be career backups now. No, they played well in the short sample space that they had and ended up getting another opportunity. I think
Okay.
Sam Darnold within the system is going to be fine. I think Sam Darnold runs into problems when he plays a team like maybe the Rams if they beat the Bears, or the Bears if they beat the Rams. Teams that are combustible, teams that can put up points in numbers quickly.
That's going
Or
to be the
Houston
challenge.
defense.
And those guys, like a Ben Johnson, is going to attack that Seattle defense. Points will go up against Seattle that day. That's a day where Donald has to now have the offense in a position to score points and stay in that track meet.
But Seattle would welcome the Bears coming at them because that's their strength. Their defense, number 1 defense in the NFL.
I'm saying to you, Ben Johnson is a giddy, wonder-kid
Yes, he is.
offensive coordinator who will stay up for 4 days and come up with something to have Seattle scratching their head. Will it win the game in totality? Maybe not. But he's
Okay.
going to give them a completely different look.
Yeah, they got to get past the Rams first.
I think they do.
I don't
As
know.
do I.
I don't know.
I think
I don't
they
know
do.
why I feel the Rams
One
defense.
reason.
The Rams defense has let me down, but I just have a feeling
One
Donald.
reason. They playing in Chicago. Check out the weather.
Ice cold.
It's an
They
advantage.
struggled to Carolina twice.
why
this
do
year.
we? Why do I find it interesting?
Because when you play
Why do we think the teams
when
from
you play 10
because-
of your 10 or 11 of your 17 games in a dome stadium, you're gonna feel it in the cold, Pearly.
Yeah, but don't you kind of the other team does that too? I mean, how many games did they play in the cold in Chicago?
But they're
Maybe 2 or
accustomed
3?
to
They're
it because that's
accustomed
their,
to it.
How are
that's
they
their-
accustomed
they're
to
at
it?
home.
They
I'm just
practice
saying
in it.
devil's
Because they
advocate.
practice
They
in it.
practice in
They
it.
practice in the dome. They practice in a bubble. They don't practice outdoors.
What for? The team facilities?
Yes, they don't practice
walk
outdoors. They practice in a
around,
warm
I
thing.
promise
No,
they're way
but what
more
I'm saying to
comfortable
you
walking
is
around in
they
that
have
cold
outdoor
weather.
fields that they will practice on leading up to cold weather games.
Yes, everybody does. It gets cold. What they do is they get this big bubble in the stadium that is heated, and they practice in that.
I'm saying to you, teams perennially, statistically have shown that when they play in a dome for the majority of the season, and they're a dome team, their home team is a dome, they don't fare as well on the road in cold games.
Well, so far,
Like warm
in,
water
so far
cities.
in this
Hold on,
playoff,
like warm weather cities that perennially practice in the sunshine.
I understand
Their teams
that.
turn into the Morgan fish sticks in the cold weather.
I understand that, and I'm not running away from that in the least bit. I'm not running away from that in the least bit.
I'm saying to you, weather is going to play a factor in Chicago. It's going to play a factor in that game between the Bears and the Rams. But before we get too far off course, because we got a whole 12 o'clock hour to chop it up, we got to talk, we got to talk some Major League Baseball. We got to talk some NBA.
Cut me down, I bleed, Dodger blue.
And we got to, check out the local scene. So what we're going to do right now is take a quick break, right? Flip side of the break, we'll get back in. We'll talk local sports, we'll talk Major League Baseball, and we'll talk the NBA and get you ready for the 12 o'clock hour. This is the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game. That's where we're playing and winning all season long. Green Parrot and Margaritaville, PI. That's where we're taking in all the action. Game starts at 3, and then the next one at 6 today. And the big national championship tomorrow night. And, of course, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. And, of course, you can enjoy Bud Light at several locations, including Green Parrot and Margaritaville, PI. All right? So be sure to check out your favorite watering hole for your Bud Light specials. Quick break. Flip side of the break. The January 18th edition of the Press Box continues right after this. I got you repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Wait, you know what's going down tomorrow?
No, what happening?
Joe bringing these knives to school. He could do Junior in.
For what?
But he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know Junior don't back down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you on?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
All right, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how did I boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the calls go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and they can claim a reward later using that same pen.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville, PI, and Bud Light. 11:30 a.m. is the time, and we got to look local sports, all right, and see exactly what's going on locally, because we always like to keep an eye on local sports as well, and a couple of the big stories coming out this week. The Bahamas Youth Flag Football League sending 3 teams to Tampa to compete.
Yeah, I spoke to them before they went. They'll be with me on Thursday to share if they win.
Bahamian and moving basketball, college basketball. Bahamian collegiate basketball player Donnie Freeman is quietly having a breakout season for the Syracuse University of
Remember
Orange.
that name, Naughty. Remember that name, Donnie Freeman.
Uh-huh.
He could be our next NBA player.
He could be, very much so.
He could be.
And he's
Remember
running
that.
neck and neck with the Kyan Anthony, who happens to be Carmelo Anthony's son, who
Yes.
plays for his dad's alma mater, Syracuse.
Yes.
Syracuse very competitive this year so far. All right, done some games, they've lost some games, but I think come tournament time, if they ground into
He's
form-
only played. He got hurt last season. He had a good freshman year. He got hurt. He has only been back maybe 6, maybe 7 games, if that many, averaging 25 points a game, and it's given the team a boost. If he stays healthy, they make a good run.
Freeman is a sophomore. They continued their winning race against Florida State on Tuesday, prevailed 94-86. And following the team's third straight victory, the Orange improved to 12-5 with a win-loss record of 3-1 mark in the Atlantis Coast Conference. The FSU Seminoles continued their decline, dropping to 7-10 overall. Wow. But Freeman was electric for Syracuse on Tuesday. He recorded, like Pearlie said, a game-high 25 points, pulled down 8 rebounds, picked up 3 steals, and dished out 2 assists. 34 minutes of playing time. Syracuse sophomore was efficient in the contest, knocking down 75% of his field goals, 9 of 12, and 1 of his 3-point attempts. And 6 of 7 from the free throw line. So he's playing well.
He's a solid player. I'm telling you, people remember Donnie Freeman. You could be seeing him in the NBA. He played on our national team last year.
Yeah, he is a national team member. Sound like he got some inspiration from VJ too, because obviously he's playing.
Yeah,
He's playing and keeping that up there.
Yeah.
Kyan Anthony, son of National Basketball Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony, tied the game at 26 on a drive-in layup. And Freeman knocked down his first and only triple of the ball game with 42 seconds on the clock in the first half. And they went to the half up 43-38. They never looked back.
I think Kyan and VJ played in high school.
On that LIU team.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Long Island, whatever, team up there in New York.
Yeah, I think they played on that team together.
Because when the 76ers played in New York in the Garden and VJ went off, Carmelo was there like a proud papa.
Yeah.
And had a big moment with him after the game.
Yeah, and he had an interview with Danielle Miller from another TV station here, and he talked about how they went to school together and how he thinks VJ is the real deal.
Yeah, you got an endorsement from Carmelo Anthony. I mean, that's an endorsement.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
But I get, my cousin Michael Folks is a Syracuse graduate, so he can help he's the one who turned me on to Donnie Freeman and told me all about him. So shout out to you, Michael.
There you go, man. Them Syracuse fans.
They
die
few and far apart, but they do die hard. Yeah.
Dickinson wins title at the Bahamas Golf Classic.
I see that.
Dickinson College?
No,
the American
the
professional golfer Taylor
Oh.
Dickinson opened the 2026 Corn Ferry Tour season with a 3-stroke victory at the Bahamas Golf Classic, which wrapped up on Wednesday at the Atlantis Resorts Ocean Club Golf Course on Paradise Island. After 4 rounds of golf, Dickinson claimed the title honors with a total of 261, 27 under par.
That's great.
And he shot a 65, 7 under on the final day.
He's averaging like 6 under par a game, a whole round. That's good stuff. I dream to do that.
And speaking of local golf,
I dream to be par, not even under.
Bahamian junior golfer Aiden Garospe will have the opportunity of a lifetime as he gets a chance to compete at the Bahamas Great Abaco Classic, the second event of the coveted 2026 Corn Ferry Tour. The golf event set for January 18th through 21st at the Abaco Club on Winding Bay in Great Abaco. And it's only 16. He's the youngest Bahamian ever qualified for the Classic.
That's wonderful.
His daddy is Lemon Garospe, one of our premier golfers and golf pros in the country.
Okay.
Resident pro out there at Albany.
Oh, okay.
I hear this kid had a golf stick in his hand. Right after he come out his mom, boom, golf stick. Diaper, golf stick.
Yeah.
Golf club.
So instead of getting a rattler, he got a golf club.
Oh, yeah. And a pitching wedge.
Okay.
Mingos win 4 straight match in the New Providence Volleyball Association. And the IYBL launches their winter league. And that is the Island Youth Basketball League. It launches its 2026 winter league on Saturday at the Kendall G. L. Isaacs Gym. And they had a fall jamboree held on October 9th through the 13th, where 80 registered players participated over 4 days. This is another go round, so I think this is good stuff, man. And we getting youth basketball back to where it needs to be. Look like we got to get them on the show. Have a conversation
Sounds
with
like a
them.
plan to me.
Yeah, and Manny Adley is another one involved with it too.
Great player.
Great player.
In his day.
The general.
Yeah.
So
Wait. That's Sharon Starr now. Sharon, the General Starr. General .20.
General .20, because I remember they called Manny the general.
Yeah, but
too.
I know from a little
The
boy,
original one is
Sharon,
General.
the General Starr. Yeah, one of the greatest point guards that ever played the game in the Bahamas.
Sharon Starr played plenty sports.
Yeah, he was an athlete.
He played a lot.
Yeah.
He was out there.
Yeah. Kentucky Colonels.
Mm-hmm. And then the Giants earned their first wins in NPBA. Both Giants teams earned wins in NPBA action. The 2025-2026 New Providence Basketball Association season continued Wednesday night at the AF Adley Gym. The TMT Giants defeated the Island Hoops Titans 57-49 in Division 1. And the US Central Store, yes, Giants, the league's Division II champions, just started an emphatic 95-52 beatdown over the Cybertech Blue Marlins Division 2.
The Giants is a basketball powerhouse for many years.
Yeah,
They used to be the Commonwealth Giants one time ago too.
Yep.
Perry Thompson, I think it was.
Put them together. The Giants were running for a little while.
Yeah.
And doing things well. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'm glad to see the league back up and running again too.
That's good.
Now let's now that we've had a look at the local scene, now we can talk a little bit of Major League Baseball, which I know Perry is just chomping at the bit to talk about.
Isn't the Australian Open starts today?
That is correct. I think the Australian Open does start today.
I got a cousin named Therese. She's a huge tennis fan.
Tennis aficionado.
So she gets on my case. Yo, you guys need to talk more about tennis. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try at least a mention. So we start with that today.
We could mention tennis. I mean, to me, tennis. I mean, Australian, Wimbledon, the Grand Slam, Australian, Wimbledon, U.S. Open,
French,
and the French.
Yeah.
The rest doesn't really matter. But since it's the Australian Open, for sure.
Yeah.
Have a look at it. But while you pull that up, we'll get into Major League Baseball.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I just can't help myself.
Here we go.
That's me.
Well, we'll let you talk about it, Pearly. I mean, obviously, you know,
Ain't no point in watching them.
the Dodgers have done it again. Pearly,
I do apologize.
what kind of Bush League operation
my phone
are you
is
running,
freaking
bro?
out. My phone is freaking out. Sorry, my apologies.
I mean, come on, act like you've been here before, man.
I've been here once or twice. Kyle Tucker, Dodger. 6 years, 240. Well, 4 years, 240. Something
Yeah, I mean,
4 years,
let-
4
let
years,
us-
240. Sorry.
Let us know a little bit about that, Pearly.
Well, it's a
I mean,
4-year contract. He can opt out after 2 years. He got a decent signing bonus of about $60 million. He's going to be probably the starting right fielder for the Dodgers. Teoscar will move to left. Andy Pajes will be in center. Tommy Edmonds will with Hassan Kimmelman on second base. Mookie in short. Muncy with the second-year man. Freeland on third. And then you got Freeman in first. The best catcher in baseball, Will Smith, behind the plate. And the awesome starting lineup of pitchers in Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, Shohei. And Sasaki will probably be the fifth starter. Then you got a bunch of young players like River Ryan, who was out for the last 2 years, who's back. Gavin Stone is back. Emmett Sheehan is back. They're all young pitchers, second, third-year pitchers. Bruce Gatterall, who's been out, he's back. Bander is back.
Everybody's back.
So pretty much you got a healthy team. And it is showing that, with the injuries, the way injuries are, you need at least 13
I
starting
just want to
pitchers.
let you know something, though. You have to look at another team in the National League who's
The
quietly
Mets.
the Mets.
The Mets.
And I think you all upset the Mets a little bit, too, because they were one of the teams up until the last minute thinking they had a shot at Kyle Tucker.
Well, the owner should have kept his mouth shut and stopped trying to throw shade at the Dodgers, knowing he can't outspend us.
But hold on. I just want to let you know something, though. If you look at the Mets lineup right now, though, you got Lindor at number 2.
Yeah.
Simeon at number 3.
Yeah.
Bo Bichette in there, and
Yeah.
George Polanco, and
Yeah.
don't forget, Soto's still over there too.
Yeah.
You got
Soto did play good last year.
you got a hitting team over there in New York.
Yeah. But we got a better hitting team. You got Shohei, you got Mookie, Freeman,
Okay,
Tucker.
what I'm gonna do on this,
We got a better pitching staff.
what I'm gonna do on this 18th day of January
2026.
2026 is put it out there now. You are that guy.
I'm not.
You
Yeah.
have every right to be that guy. No, you're coming off like that guy. So I'm going to tell you now, whether it's a 3-game series to the Cubs, whether it's 1 game to the Diamondbacks, every time you lose this season, and God forbid if you all lose on the grandest stage, I want you to know that I'm going to do you the same way I did the 49ers and Steelers and all of them.
It's
and
only
kept it going.
necessary. It's only right.
I'm going into troll mode now.
Yes, that's
and
fine.
I'm going to troll you all season
That's fine.
long.
That's fine.
And when you get into them little divots that the Dodgers get into, when they come back down to earth, and that big game lead they had in the division gets dwindled down and all of that, and you're at your most vulnerable because you don't know what's going on with Roberts, and you want to know if you got to pick up the phone and call Roberts.
Yep.
That is when I'm going to pour the trailer load of salt in your Dodger wounds.
And that is fine with me.
Because the gloating over this Tucker.
I'm not gloating over it, you know. Honestly, I'd be very honest with you. I
Now,
wasn't.
mind you, I condone it with the Los Angeles Lakers when they do it and start to do it, and I will probably be exactly like you when they do it in reference to the
Yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah.
But as far as the Dodgers go, I'm at nauseum right now.
No, the point is, see, and I'm going to say this one more time. I want people to understand this because my son called me, Daddy, it ain't fair. It ain't fair. The Dodgers made the most money last
It's
year,
not
over
fair
$1
when you
billion.
pay a $700 million player, out of the back door of sushi houses. throughout
That's fine.
Los
You can say
Angeles.
whatever you want to say. We make money in LA. We made $1 billion last year. We'll make $1.2 billion this year. Our salary is $400 million. We got a profit margin of over $500 million. We pay our players. We invest in our players. Players want to come to LA. We invest in our players. We look out for them. We take care of their families. We take care of our players. It's a great place to play. It is. If the owners or other owners do not want to spend, they don't want to reinvest when attendance is up in the Major League Baseball this year, sponsorship is up. Wherever the Dodgers play, it's sold out every time because they love to hate the Dodgers. You're making money because of LA. You're making money because of the Dodgers. Spend it. Reinvest. The Yankees, I don't know what happens to George Steinbrenner pass. They don't know how to spend money. They're going to let Bellinger go, and the Yankees can come third this year in that division.
Listen, before you freak yourself out, Cody Bellinger is now guaranteed to come back to the Yankees.
Because nowhere else to go. There's always Philadelphia.
That's fine.
There's always Philadelphia.
The Yankees have made some good additions pitching-wise too, Pearl.
Who did you pick up?
Who did we pick up? Look at that starting lineup right now, the rotation for the Yankees.
Well, you don't know what Cole is going to do. It's Cole, right?
I'm not even counting him in
Who
there.
got hurt? You don't know what he's going to be like. He's not going to be much until probably mid-season.
I thought okay. Now you got you look at this thing now. You got Max Fried.
Yes, good
you
picture.
Got Garrett Cole.
Good picture.
Carlos Rondon.
Rondon, yes.
Cam Sancho said for me.
Schlittler.
Him.
Yeah.
And then you got Gil. You got Camilo Doval. You still got the bullpen with key pieces like Chase Hampton, Jake Bird, Cade Winquist. They're all middle guys that work well.
Yeah.
I think David Bednar is going to become the closer.
The problem I see with the Yankees is you don't have enough depth in pitching.
I think we have enough arms to get it done.
You have enough arms to get it done if they stay healthy, but you don't have the depth. If one of them goes down, if Cole goes down again like he did last year, I'm just saying that's a problem for you guys.
Rodon pitched good for us. Fried pitched good for us. Cam,
that guy with the name just the stuff. Yeah,
Lewis Gill. All of these guys did well.
I'm not concerned about your pitching so much so, other than the depth. I'm more concerned about your you still got Volpe, who's not going to be there for the first 2 months of the season in shortstop.
They need to get rid of him,
All right?
period.
And then you're playing with trade and Jazz. Why, I don't know.
I think he'll stay.
Well, I'll tell you why they looking at trading Jazz. Because you look at the free agent class of next season, and you got Nico Herner, Josh Chisholm Jr., Brandon Lowe, Dalton Varsho, Randy Arozarena, Seiya Suzuki, Trent Grisham, Ha-Song Kim, J.P. Crawford, and Gleyber Torres. That's a solid class. Not as solid as this year's class, but it's solid. So those guys could actually look at going elsewhere as well, too. So maybe the Yankees are non-committal with Jazz and doing the arbitration thing because they could test the waters and see if they could sign him long-term or see if he's going to jump for
Well,
a
he
contract.
did sign without going to an arbitration. He get $10.5 million this year, which is good.
It went to arbitration. That's why he got $10
No,
million.
I thought he signed before going to arbitration.
That was the arbitrated deal, the $10 million.
Oh, I thought I saw that he signed avoiding arbitration. I could have sworn I
Or
read that.
maybe they gave him what he was going to get.
No,
now.
they had like a lot of teams. What a lot of teams are doing now. Like the Dodgers had 4 players for arbitration. They signed with everyone. Didn't have to go to arbitration, and they just came with a like, listen, we offering 10, you want 12, or we offering 9, you want 12, you give you 10.5. But you say, okay, good, let's go. And a lot of them are doing that right now, not going to arbitration. So,
I mean, when you look at Jazz, though, I mean, he had 242, 31 home runs, 80 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of .813.
and 30 stolen bases, 30 plus stolen bases. He's a 30-30 club.
31 stolen bases as well.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but you know, he made $5 million last year. The double his salary. I think that was a decent raise. I don't think he needed to argue over another $1 million when next year he can be able to get that big long-term contract somewhere.
He's probably out of there next year for sure,
You know,
unless the Yankees step in.
I hope the Yankees would. If not, you know, who will scoop in and grab him up. We'll have a need in third base and second base next year.
Yeah, you will.
Why?
Because Muncie's only on a 1-year contract, so that's pretty much probably his last year.
done, yeah.
We've got a kid named Freeland there he's a top 100 in Major League prospect. He didn't do that well last year, but he didn't. Maybe he will improve this year. Listen,
shall see.
the Dodgers do not have to sign these players. You know, we didn't have to get Tucker. We didn't need Tucker, but we got him.
That's the point. Like,
We
that's
didn't need
why-
Tucker. Plus, we've got four minor league outfielders. 2 of them will be ready for next year, and then the other 2 will be ready after. So we got space there. We've got a shortstop. We just signed 22 international players. We signed this kid out of Santo Domingo who's a switch hitting shortstop, who's probably going to be at a bargain. So even though the Dodgers will lose 4 picks next year, it don't matter. We pick up a lot of international
talent
players.
disparity,
And only had $6
development.
million to spend and got 22 players. So that shows you that we got a lot of players who just want to be there.
Yep. They do.
Yeah. You know.
mean, Toronto
And for those who
offered-
don't know, the international players, you get a pool. The Major League looks at what you got, they assign you pools. So some teams have 3 million. Some players got 6 million, 10, 12, 20 million. The Dodgers had
Different amount to
6.9.
spend, yeah.
So we only had to spend on the international players. There are players that you can bring in from other countries without going through the draft. And we were able to do that. I think we paid 1 player $1 million. The rest was a couple
In the
hundred thousand.
thousands, yeah. Couple thousands, yeah.
So, you know, we do what needs to be done. Become that guy. I like what the Dodgers are doing. The ownership is invested in it. They want to win. They invest.
I can't knock them. for
Milwaukee got an ownership. The owner's ninth richest man in sports, not in baseball, in
that. Yeah,
sports.
yeah.
And don't want to
he
spend no
doesn't wanna
money.
spend. But,
So why you mad?
What's aggravating me though is I got offered 10 years, $350 million from Toronto, and turned it down because of average annual value.
Yeah,
and
that was
preferring
only
the
30 a
Dodgers.
year. So he's getting
35
60.
year and
He's
then
getting
60
60
year,
now.
but over 4 years.
But the thing is, he's getting 60 a year for 2. He's probably going to opt out after the second year. He'll still make $120 million.
And just win a
and
ring
then
or
go back
two
and sign
and
something
go back
else.
somewhere else. Like,
Oh.
It's purely transactional.
And I don't blame him. I don't have
I
no
mean,
problem with that.
I get it from a player's perspective, but as a fan, it's like there's no point.
As a non-Dodger fan.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
as a
as
Dodger
baseball
fan, like, yeah, Dodgers mailed me my
Yeah.
trophy. But we still got to play the game. You still got to
Exactly,
play.
true.
You still got to stay
Because
healthy.
Toronto's still done some great things.
Toronto
despite
did some
losing,
great
What's
things.
his name? Bo Bichette to the Mets. Now they have Murakami.
Yeah,
You
they
know
got
who I
well. They
mean,
got
for
the
his name.
Japanese dude that they're
Yeah,
gonna
at
use.
that
Yeah,
third base, and he's gonna probably give
and they
you the
picked up.
same
I think they
production.
picked up a couple of pitchers as well.
Dylan Cease and
Dylan
the other
Cease,
pitcher.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got Toronto to repeat that.
I think they will because the Yankees ain't doing jack.
we made no moves, and we're the only
And I don't
real
understand
threat
it.
to them.
I just don't understand it.
The only other team who's like really threatening them as well as
Boston.
Seattle and maybe Boston.
Boston
too.
spent some money too.
Boston's made some moves, but I just Toronto's too strong.
They're really
and
good.
And if Vladdy plays how he played last year, which I think he will again, Toronto's too strong.
Yeah, but I think, be honest with you, they're gonna miss Bo. They're gonna really miss Bo.
No, Vladdy will for sure.
They're gonna miss Bo. They're gonna miss his bat in that lineup. They're gonna miss. They played. They played good baseball.
I think from a
last year.
locker room standpoint, they're going to miss
they're gonna
Bo
miss
Bichette.
him a
But I
lot.
think from a talent standpoint, Toronto's got somebody in the system coming up that they're going to be good with plugging and playing numbers wise.
Yeah, probably so. You're probably right. But it's gonna be a change to see. And then the fall off from coming from a World Series last year, knowing that everybody in the American League is gonna be you're gonna be a bullseye to everybody. They're gonna go at you. As they will come at the Dodgers, and everybody's game will up when they play Toronto next year. So it's gonna be a big test.
I meant Okamoto. That's who I meant.
Okamoto. I know you're
Kazuma
talking about.
Okamoto. Yes,
Yeah.
that's who I meant. I think talent-wise, the disparity won't really drop off that much if all at any because
Well,
he's
he
6'1",
hasn't proven
234.
himself yet, and not all the Japanese players come there. A lot of them can't hit that major league fastball.
Fair enough. It's
A lot of them can't hit it.
disparity, a talent disparity.
So some work he has to do. He got to put in the work. Otani put in the work. Otani is an exception to the rule, but you have others who the kid, the Korean kid, Ha-Sung Kim.
For y'all, yeah. But he hasn't had a
He's just
chance
now
really
learning to
play
hit
yet.
because he can't hit the fastball, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't go after Marinari, the kid who signed with
The White Sox.
White
team?
Sox. That's
Yeah.
a 2-year. Go to donkey team, get some playing time in,
And
learn
then-
to hit the
yeah,
fastball,
learn
and
it,
then look at signing on a big
be
contract
contender.
after that.
Yep.
All right, now we got to get to something that let's get off baseball.
Please.
I just want to talk about this.
Do we have
briefly,
to? Okay.
and then we get into the NFL.
All right.
But what's going on in LA?
With the Lakers? You got to tell me because the Lakers
I
are,
mean, I've
the
been
Lakers have
saying
fallen from third in the league to sixth in the danger of falling into the play-in. Plays injuries. Reeves is still out. Luka's hurt. DeAndre Ayton is hurt. Hachimura just came back. Gabe Vincent is out. There's a lot of injuries, and LeBron don't play defense. LeBron plays no defense.
And then you got Rich Paul talking at the side of his neck.
About Reeves and that's like the team is in disarray this year. Not that I even expected us to really, make it out of the first round when all was said and done at the end of the year, but no, you don't play defense, that's the first thing. Injuries, that's the second thing. And then that's the disharmony, that's like the three main things. And that's the cherry on top that makes a team just completely
Who's causing
crumble.
the disharmony?
Honestly, I lean towards Rich Paul, honestly, a little bit, in LeBron in his camp. I mean, I hate to say it, when he was not playing with the sciatica for the first month, we didn't really complain. We were playing better than we anticipated. Now that he's back, I'm not saying he's messing up the flow out there on the court or anything like that. He's still
Is
producing
that jealousy
for
with Rich Paul
41.
that he's losing
But I
the
mean,
team to
like
Luka?
the youth, yeah, because it's Luka's squad. It is
Yeah.
Luka's squad, absolutely, and he has to understand and accept that LeBron should retire.
But I
after this
told
year.
y'all something on this show. I said the biggest fear I had with LeBron coming back is if it was going to mess up the chemistry of the Lakers, who at the time were like 16-4.
And now we're 24-16.
And we were beating teams with Luka and Reeves and DeAndre Ayton that we quote unquote
Couldn't
weren't
beat.
supposed to beat. LeBron has come in. Remember when I said leading up and he was sitting there quote unquote injured with his sciatica and he looked like a petulant reject from the WNBA with them glasses like Dwayne Wade from
the
from a different
rose colored
world.
yeah.
Dwayne Wayne, you mean?
Yeah, him too. But they all, at the end of the day, LeBron had no good intention for the Lakers this year. From the Lakers didn't give him that extension. He had no good intention.
Time for him to go.
Now I'm glad that the owner of the Dodgers, who's the owner of the Lakers, Mr. Walter, can come in now and roll him, show him the exit. What nobody else has been able to do, show him the exit. Like Steve Bisciotti over there in
Yes,
in
my dog in Baltimore, my dog.
And I love his answer. He goes, I love Lamar.
But he
I
can't
love
get
my
the power.
players. I have his ear. I want their opinions, but he don't have the power.
I can't give
have
them
the power.
It's my dog right there, man. It's my guy.
And I was like, oh God, Jerry Jones, I hope you're somewhere listening
So
to
who's
this
going to
man.
be the head coach of the Baltimore? Well, we get to that when we get to that. All right.
We'll get to
but
that
I'm concerned
coming up
about
in about 5 minutes.
the Lakers. I'm really concerned about the Lakers. And I see them falling more unless some things happen. I'm going to err on caution that there's a lot of injuries. And
The
hopefully when
Trailblazers
everybody
blew
is
us
back.
out. The
Trailblazers
Trailblazers sitting at
blew the
ninth.
Lakers
They
out
could
last night.
overtake the Warriors
Charlotte,
realistically.
Charlotte beat us and blew us out the
Yeah,
other
but
night.
we had no Duke, no Luka, no Reeves, no DeAndre,
Yeah, that's the problem. We have a lot of injuries.
no
So,
Gabe Vincent.
in fairness, let's say, okay, evaluate them when Ayton, Luka, Reeves, LeBron, Hachimura are healthy in the starting lineup. But even
Then Hachimura isn't shooting like he was. His
Right,
shot is
even-
off, so
and
now
even
they're
then-
talking about trading him.
Trading Hachimura, yeah, they're talking about trading Rui, and if that brings in a wing defender that we need, then obviously
They're
that
talking
got-
to Miami, but
I don't know
Wiggins-
if come playoff time, if we face a team like Phoenix, if we could beat them. Which
We
we probably
can't beat
won't.
Phoenix right now.
We can't beat Phoenix. Houston with Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr. What's his name?
The Lakers dropped to
his name
6
will
now.
come to
They
Yeah.
were between
KD.
5 and 6.
No, Katie obviously, but what's his name? Alperen Şengün. That's what I was
Şengün, yeah,
confusing
yeah.
him with Avidia from the Blazers. That defensively, the Rockets are going to be too good. The Timberwolves defensively are going to be too good. Ant-Man's too good of a scorer.
Well, the Timberwolves are thinking about making it's the next thinking about trading Cat, right?
The Nuggets, yeah, for Giannis or something, but that's going to
The Warriors won 10 out of 14, so don't sleep on them.
The Nuggets are 29-13 with no Jokic right now. They're holding their head above water firmly. When he comes back, I don't know if we could beat them. And then the Spurs and the Thunder are my pick to go to the Western Conference Finals, so I just don't see it at all for the Lakers. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But we've got to go young, and we've got to move on from that LeBron regime, the era. We
Well,
made the playoffs a bunch.
that's the good thing about it is I would like to see Redick be given a team with some young talent that he could actually coach up
And that he could,
around
like-
Luka and
Exactly.
and Austin Reeves.
And they're young; they're not even 30 yet. So,
and he
you
could
know.
fully implement his vision. Luka's what, 26
And I don't want-
27?
Yeah, 26, 27.
Hey, I know because of his giddy nature, most of the time, happy-go-lucky, DeAndre Ayton doesn't get taken as serious as he should. But Ayton put up numbers for the Lakers.
Ayton is actually
Ayton had a 18 and 17
And he
game
started-
the other night.
when he
is
gains
actually
that
making himself
consistency-
a big contract man for
Yeah,
next
and
year
when he
somewhere.
could gain his consistency and like, consistently 18, 15, 15,
More
15,
touches,
that-
you got to touch the ball more.
I agree too. But if Luka was like allowed to really run the show and not have to worry about, okay, LeBron's got to get this and we have to go to the corner, LeBron's going to drive and dish and do this and that, like the offense would flow better in my opinion because Ayton would feast on the lobs alone and then he'd clean up the defensive glass.
Luka does
Exactly.
a great job and everything, but Luka don't play a lick of defense either.
But we knew that
Yes,
getting him. And that's
so you
why
have
you
to
got Ayton
surround
to
him
be
with
as a rim
defenders,
protector.
exactly, because
You knew
Luka
that.
can't defend. But him getting in shape in the offseason, he looks like he's trying better on defense, but he
Yeah.
can't play. He can't play it. So you need to get him.
But he still is a scorer and one of them too.
But he
And
may
that's-
give up. His man may score 10 points, but he can score 40 on his man.
Because the
Not a
vision,
Larry
that was-
Bird. Larry used to play suspect defense. Larry used to fringe defense, steal the ball
But
here
La-
or there,
but-
but Larry never used to play no D like that. Larry was ready
Larry
to
was
score.
a better defender significantly though than
Oh,
Luka,
of
for
course.
sure.
But he was another one who
that was also the vision we had signing Marcus Smart, defensive guard, to help Luka out and go on the opposing team.
And that seems to be working.
These things could work. We just have to get healthier and reevaluate then. But if these issues continue, then I can only point to one person and one syndicate that's holding the Lakers.
and I still
down.
think the creme de la creme of the Western Conference, the Thunder and the Spurs.
No, don't
Well,
sleep
there's
on
some
don't sleep on
vulnerability
the
in the
Nuggets.
Thunder. There's some vulnerability in the
There
Thunder.
is. Not only is there vulnerability to the Thunder, don't sleep on the Nuggets with Jokic healthy. They're
Yeah.
always a
Yeah.
threat.
And I'm telling you all again, don't sleep on that young Spurs team.
Oh, no,
That-
absolutely not.
I know. I
Absolutely
just
not.
think at
We
the end
see
of the
it.
day, the pressure, they're a year away. I just don't think they're ready this year. And I would not sleep on the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets could be a
Dark
sneaky
horse team.
Could
If
be a
they get hot,
sneaky
they're
team.
well
What
coached.
about Boston? 26-15, no Tatum, no.
Yeah, but
saying that
when the proverbial stuff hits the fan, it's gonna be a different story.
I
hope
don't
so,
think
too.
I don't think Boston is built for the long term.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
to win the conference. I got either New York or Detroit to win the conference
The
right now.
Detroit Pistons right now are the best team
In the East.
In the East.
I agree.
I think so, but I think the best playoff team in the East is the
Be
Knicks.
That's fair.
Well, the Knicks lost a boo-boo one last night.
That's
They
all
should've
right.
lost.
When it counts, when it get down to playoff time, that's when they step up their game. The Vanderbilt
We'll
kids
see.
step up their game.
You mean Villanova?
Villanova.
Vanderbilt never had
talking
nobody.
about-
Vanderbilt is baseball.
Brunson-
Vanderbilt is the
Brunson
baseball
or-
school.
All right.
Yeah, Vanderbilt is baseball
So
school.
we're gonna get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll get into the 12 o'clock hour. We'll be talking NFL, all things NFL. We'll recap the games yesterday in the divisional round, And we'll get ready for today's games. And we'll also talk some off-season news. Plenty coaching changes on the horizon.
Yeah.
All right, plenty coordinated jobs.
Who's going to be the Dolphins coach? Who's going to be the Ravens coach?
And who's going to be the Cowboys defensive coordinator?
Oh, you also got that needed. Yo.
That's all coming up on the flip side of the break as we get into all things NFL. As the Sunday, January 18th edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light continues right after this.
We'll be back.
Are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Boost your buying power with a margin loan at rates as low as 7.5%. A margin loan offers convenient flex, freeing up capital without liquidating your investments. Whether you're looking to diversify, fund a business opportunity, or refinance higher cost debt, RF provides access to cash within 48 hours for any purpose. Tailored, effortless, powerful. Discover how a margin loan can work for you. Visit rfgroup.com or call 603-6000. RF Bank and Trust. Money at work.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, January 18th edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light.
Bud Light.
And we're talking all things NFL. Let's get into the AFC report, all brought to you, of course, by Green Parrot. And don't forget, Green Parrot available for you with all the action today. They got the games kicking off at 3 o'clock, then the 6 o'clock game, and don't forget tomorrow night, the big national championship, UM versus Indiana. All right, be sure to take it in and get all your eats and drinks on. Great menu items going on for you. Great wing special, great Bud Light special right there at Green Parrot. All right, we looked at it yesterday, talked about it briefly coming in, but obviously we had the Broncos and the Bills yesterday, Seahawks and the 49ers in the divisional round, but we're talking all things AFC right now.
Always good when Buffalo loses.
We'll talk about the Bills' demise yesterday, and we'll preview the Patriots and the Texans coming up. But yesterday's game, like I told you, the Broncos, they played well. They played at home. They defended home. The defense stepped up when it needed to. But let's be honest now. I want to talk about the Buffalo Bills because it's pure, in my opinion, fanboy media racism when it comes to Josh Allen. Because I'll tell you, I'll give you one example. Had Dakota Rain Prescott had 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles in that game and
Pat
lost
Mahomes,
yesterday,
Lamar,
it would have been
Love.
It would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. And hold on.
Oh, he's emotional.
With the same-
I let my team down.
Yeah, and that's why he was crying at the end of the game to deflect off of it.
Yeah.
But he knows he let his team down.
He does it every year.
What I'm saying to
He's
you all
the
is
greatest he's probably the best regular season quarterback in football.
the Bills have great regular seasons. They fall in the playoffs. And
Every
the reason
year.
why they fall in the playoffs, Josh Allen cannot win in the playoffs. The same way you all tell me Dak Prescott can't win in the playoffs. Guess what?
Same for Lamar.
Josh Allen cannot win in the
He's got to
playoffs.
put the team on his back and carry them through. And their window is closed.
No.
That's it. They're done.
I agree.
How does he
I
have to put?
agree.
How does he have to put?
No,
do
that's
that
what
too?
he's saying. He's saying that that's
You
what
gotta
what they're
put-
saying.
Like
not
the
with
narrative
James
they
Cook
put on
rushing
him.
for 100 yards and
No, leading the league in rushing,
That's what they
1,600
were saying.
yards.
Oh, he has to put the team on his back if they want to win. Yeah, he put him on his back all right, and he fell.
A magic carpet came crashing down straight to earth. And I'd like to say one thing. Before,
And just like Purdy turned into the pumpkin, like I told you all 49er fans that he would do.
This dude don't like Birdie.
But I've been
I
telling
just want
you.
to say one thing, though.
Because that year they beat up on Dallas in the playoffs. Oh, Purdy. But Purdy ain't done nothing.
Even Purdy's at least won a conference and been to a Super Bowl. And I'd like to say one thing. Because I know a lot of people defend Allen to no end. It's like Embiid in the NBA versus Jokic and like him versus Lamar and all these other quarterbacks. He gets the most sympathy, and I feel it's undeserved. He had a playoffs this year where he didn't have to face Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow. The other 3 quarterbacks, we say, okay, these are the top 4 guys this class, and then that's okay. None of them are in the playoffs this year. You beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Jacksonville
Barely.
really beat themselves, to be honest.
Yeah.
You go to Denver. You get down 13. You come back. You're fighting back. But the fumble before the half, like just throwing it backwards to and letting them recover with time. 4 turnovers. You know, everybody gets on Lamar Jackson. He can't win in the playoffs. Turnover merchant, wild card merchant. Josh Allen had 4 turnovers yesterday. All of them in clutch time moments or gave Denver points to win the game.
Yep.
The last pick, I saw people online trying to say it wasn't a pick. Cooks didn't have
He didn't have
possession on
he
the
didn't
ball.
have possession of the ball.
And credit to the defender, that was more of a great play than anything. But if you see Cooks mark like that, why even throw it deep?
Yeah.
And he's marked like that. It's a bad
With
decision.
that cornerback.
A terrible decision. And Josh Allen in a year where he
Listen,
didn't
the
have
other
to
2
face
pass
Mahomes.
interferences later on in the game, the one
No.
on Tre'Davious White and the other one.
Tre'Davious White, that was a
That
clear
was
PI.
iffy.
The PI
No, the
before
last-
that
the
was
last
a bit
one?
iffy, but the last PI was very
Yeah,
evident.
but he pulled his hand
jumped
up.
up and pulled him down and got mad at the ref for making the call
And
he's
throws-
supposed
I
to
would have
make.
thrown him out of the game. I
I'd
watched that
rejected him.
one
I
once.
watched. Yeah, I would have rejected him as well. That's highly disrespectful, and he knows he was wrong. But in a year where he didn't have to face Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, all of them out, he couldn't even take the Buffalo Bills to the AFC Championship. He couldn't even do it. And the window's closed. He will never win a ring. He'll be like not a greater, but like similar to a Marino, great regular season quarterback, but can't get it. Because even Marino's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So I'd say
but
lesser.
See, it wasn't that Marino didn't take his team and perform. His defense
Is-
let
yeah,
him down
I
every
agree.
year.
But-
He put up
but
38 points
Marino-
and lose by
But ain't you the
41.
same man who says finish the team and he loses the team?
But Marino,
Yeah, but I still think you lost as a team.
but
so
Allen-
the team helped him lose. It's-
And sadly, that is why Dan Marino can never be considered the GOAT at the quarterback position.
no, we know that.
because of the rings.
We know that.
That's the only
because of the
reason why
rings.
you can say that.
Yeah,
But when
we
it
know
comes
that.
down to the numbers, and the performance.
but
as
it's
a
not
player,
just-
as a player, he can hang with anybody.
Sadly, we don't just base them on the numbers, because if we just based it on the numbers, then LeBron would be the GOAT, and we know that's a crock.
I could be the GOAT in the 4 to 11 championship.
I'm
Exactly,
just
that's
saying.
And plus, and LeBron took 7 years more than most players to put up the numbers
Pearly,
he get.
But see, you made the mistake. You jumped in and you went right for championships. I'm excluding the championships.
All
I'm
right.
saying if it's just based on statistics.
Yeah, LeBron's
But-
the number
but-
one
But
player.
you know, LeBron and the
when we look
Bronxexuals,
at, when
but-
we look at the NFL, most of them have a pretty average amount of years in the league. Very few go many as long as LeBron has gone in the NBA. What LeBron did, it took Michael Jordan 7 years less. It took Magic 7 years less. It took others 5 years
I
less.
will always say that there are two quarterbacks that should be in the conversation, despite them having no rings. They should be allowed in on the fringe, like the top 10, not the top 5. And that's Dan Marino and Warren Moon. I think both of them should be in the conversation.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
But they can't be the GOAT because they ain't got no damn rings.
So who is the GOAT?
And Tom Brady.
Thomas Edward
Tom
freaking Brady. I mean, come on.
Tom Brady. But
Over Joe Montana?
easily, that's not a question anymore.
7?
5 Super Bowl MVPs.
If you're solely just looking at championships, okay, yes.
And by
Brady
God,
has every other accomplishment.
there
to back
again
him.
too. A lot. There goes caller coming to you right now. There goes the piggybacking the 49ers like to do. But I know there's one Terry Bradshaw that had 4 Super Bowl rings before Joe Montana did.
Okay.
And then if you go,
I mean, but see, you know why I say that? Because when you start looking at it, right, you got a certain player called Eli Manning, got 2, but nobody can put him in the GOAT, in the top 5, not even in the top 10. But he's got 2 rings.
right, but then you could look at somebody like a Troy Aikman who's got stats and 3 rings, who could be in the conversation.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so
Not
when-
as the GOAT, but I mean,
but when
in
you
the
start
upper
looking at
echelon.
rings and stuff like that, there's some things that will skew it.
That's why you have to base it on statistic and rings.
Okay.
You can't
But
just
if
have one
you
or
base
the
it
other.
on statistics and rings, Eli even in the top 20 then.
Yeah, but you could statistics
And
and
that's
rings.
what I'm
No,
saying.
hold on,
It
Purdy. now.
always
Hold
balances
on.
out.
If you look at Eli's stats, he got the same stats as Ben Roethlisberger.
He has 2 Super Bowl MVPs that Ben
You
don't
put
have.
Roethlisberger in the top 10?
No, I'm saying if he's
So my
in the-
point,
Neither
that's
of
my
them.
point.
Yeah, neither of them are in the top.
That's my
neither of
point.
them in the top 10. But I mean, if you're gonna have the conversation about Eli, then you have
No,
to.
I'm just saying you want to look at rings. That there's things that skew it. That says
and also stats. So you
dudes
have to,
like them. Look, all right.
have to add
People says
context
in
and
the
balance it out as
Greg
best as
Kite
you
got
can.
6 rings.
No, Pearly. No, Pearly.
Right, like I'm
We
saying-
all know who role players are, and we all know who contributors and
No, I'm just
superstars
saying
are.
if you're just looking at rings,
You have to balance.
you have
out
to argue the point that he
accolades.
has 6 rings.
It's accolades, the stats,
As
a little bit of eye
a
test.
role
It doesn't
player,
matter. He still
it
got
does.
6 rings.
No, it does, Pearly. It does. It does. And you and I both know that Greg Kite wouldn't get his white behind off the bench unless it was to hack somebody or rip somebody.
I'm not knocking all of that.
So what I'm saying is to put Greg Kite in the same breath as Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And Greg Kite don't have 6 rings, by the way. He got 4. But
You sure it's 4?
he don't have 6.
I will research that.
Greg Kite, I would guess, got 3.
What's his name? Greg Kite. Greg Kiter.
Now, Robert Ory got 7. And Robert Ory, I say Robert Ory covers all the bases in the sense that for one time he was a starter and he won 2 rings with Houston, but that don't put him in the conversation. The other 5 he
Greg
got,
Kite only got 2.
only got 2.
84 and 86 with the Celtics.
I don't know why everybody thinks he got a lot of rings there.
What? Y'all might be confusing him for like Havlicek or Casey Jones or some of them.
No,
older
no,
Boston
no,
teams.
no.
I don't know what it is, but he only got 2 rings.
But then you,
Or maybe you're confusing him for Kurt Rambis, who had 5 with the Lakers.
and Rambis wasn't no superstar.
Yeah, that proves the point.
So my point is, you define the greats by their stats and their rings, and you don't put people like Greg Kite or Ori in that conversation. Great players, great role players.
But Ori was so clutch as a role player.
But he was
Agreed.
a role player.
Like Horace
you
Grant.
know-
People try to overrate Horace Grant as if he wasn't a role player with the Bulls for his 3-peat. Same for Dennis Rodman, if we're being honest. Like Rodman, I wouldn't go
Horace
so.
Grant could be
I don't know if
considered
it's a
Horace
role
Grant,
player,
it
but
could be considered Jordan, Pippen, Grant. Some people.
yeah, but
kind of like that.
Jordan never
That's the
had a
big three.
super team with the Bulls. He might have had a super team 2 seasons with the
All
Bulls.
I'm saying to you is,
LeBron fans really use that argument, and it
this
irks
is
me.
this
But
is how I see it. The greats who get the hype and get the notoriety and the superstardom, they must be defined by their stats and their rings.
Okay.
That's
So anyway,
how you
let's go to the
separate
AFC.
sheep for the goat.
Let's look at some. There's a lot of. We see that Harbaugh's going to sign him.
Hold on a second. Let's get this call in now, Pearly, because they've been very
That's
patient.
probably Muff.
Talking heads.
Yeah, Pearly, you're right. So, Naughty, you go over your case of Bud Light. I was holding for 20 minutes on a postpaid phone. Okay, yeah.
What you do? What did you do for Bud Light?
Naughty, Pearly, and Stock.
Yeah.
Let's officially welcome Mega, Eric Sawyer III, and Cleaver Duncombe to the Lewis's Club.
I forget Cleaver's
Oh, yeah,
old
Cleaver,
Buffalo
that's
Bell.
right. That's right.
Yeah, let's officially welcome them to the
And
Lewis's
one-man
Club.
gang.
But Muff, you see why I call them?
Ashley J.
You see,
Ferguson, too.
you see why I call them the 49ers?
Right.
For all the Eric Mouth beating up his gummity bad LeBron James hairline, you can't hear from it.
Yes, because we can't even talk about them, man. We can't even talk about them.
Under some rock, hiding. Megan done sent a text this morning. Hey guys, can't make it. I got to babysit. And you know what I replied by? You babysitting? I cut you know what you took yesterday. That's what you babysitting, eh?
And then I had to say, no, you can't do that to
inside
him.
the NBA and Shaq them and any of them will bring out all the gone fishing. In the studio there, you all bring out the gone fishing for them.
All of them.
But
all of them.
Pearly, I doubt it though, because that backup quarterback, he ain't playing from 2023. So this might be the end of the road for the Broncos.
He didn't get any playing time this year. Wasn't Next out for a game or two?
Listen. You know Denver in trouble when their head coach Sean Payton sound like a used car salesman talking up this quarterback. He's ready to go. No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. He's going to step right in.
Just
watch. He's ready to go.
But listen, it'll be something if you
like a used car salesman.
It'll be something if you put 300 yards and 3
I
touchdown
promise you, this
passes.
1990 Sentra is rolling right now. You can pull right off the block on it. She's riding, man. Trust me.
Good engine.
Right, yeah. and then the Giants going to beat us to the deal, but they beat us to the deal, but they signed your boy for $20 million a year.
I honestly didn't really
Harbaugh,
want.
yeah.
I really didn't want
Yeah,
Harbaugh in Miami. You know, I just didn't like the kind of play calling he did this year.
Do you now see why I'm glad he's no longer?
Yeah, I can see that.
But
I actually was hoping Tomlin would come.
I am rooting for him to rebuild that Giants program into a winner again. I am because
Okay.
I mean he put in 18
and then,
years in the city.
And then, Naughty, tomorrow is a holiday over there, MLK Day. So, Tony could do it for MLK. Just for
I
MLK,
with you.
Tony.
I with you.
Yeah,
Listen.
just for MLK, Tony.
Listen here, Muff. Me and you, we got the wagon
right,
circle. Me and you like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but we back to back and we going down shooting.
Exactly. And then someone say John Moran coming to Miami to the Heat. Well, we beat the World Champs last night by 122 to 120 by Bama.
they did beat the
6
Thunder.
3-pointers.
John Moran might be a perfect fit in Miami for what
Right.
Spoelstra wants to
Perfect.
do, and that might be the perfect place for him to rejuvenate his
He
career.
just bought a house in South Florida.
Right.
So
His daddy bought a house in Miami, so you know something coming up. Yeah.
you see what happens.
All right, then. I know y'all have a lot to talk about. Then let me let the rest of y'all
Kirk,
finish get on with the show, and
stuff
I'll
Muff
sit back
take
and
it easy,
enjoy it.
man.
I game with the Rams, and then I game with the Houston Texans.
Hey, Muff,
Okay.
I need you to do me a favor.
Opposite.
I need you to look over by your two stealing neighbors today. And tell them, you look at them dead in the face, right? And when they look and you say, what you looking at? And they say, but you see that? And they say, what? Got something right here in the middle of your head. And they say, what that is? Say, one big friggin' L. Not the census regards.
Yeah.
And tell them I send that for them, okay?
Yeah, new champion this year. The Eagles, new champion this year. All right, brother.
You'd be surprised
sir.
who it might be.
Yeah.
All right, Muff, good stuff. Yeah, man, you'd be very surprised as to who it might be this
It
year.
would not
And it's still wide
surprise
open.
me if it's the Houston-Seattle Super Bowl and Houston upsets.
One of my
Seattle.
homeboys
I would
is
not
good
be
Basing
shocked.
it on a lot of defense, but
I got New England.
I got a funny feeling New England going back.
I got a funny feeling New England get beat
Seahawks,
today.
Patriots, like 11
I
years
believe
ago.
New England get beat today. I think they're gonna find the first. This is the best
Well,
defense they're gonna play.
Let's get to this other call in a second. But like I said, there's a lot going on. And Pearly, you alluded to it. Big things popping in the NFL. A lot of coaching changes.
Yeah, I see Stefanski. What is Stefanski?
Stefanski
goes to Fraudski.
Yeah.
Stefanski goes to the Atlanta Falcons. I think that's a good pickup for them.
I think
He's
so
a
too,
good youth developer. I think I don't know if he could take him over the top, but I think he
Well, I
could.
think
develop
they'll
him.
need a quarterback.
I feel for Michael Penix because it's clear that Stefanski does not like the African American
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's just real. They're getting a new quarterback at some
think so?
point. I absolutely agree. He's had a third.
He'll probably
partial
go
tear
there
on
and
his
trade.
ACL.
He'll trade for Gilbert out of Cleveland. He'll send him a late round pick so he could have Gilbert.
Okay. Harbaugh
Or
goes to the
Gabriel,
Giants.
whatever his name is.
Harbaugh goes to the
I'm
Giants for
glad he
big,
did
big
because
money.
They have the quarterback, they have the running back, they have the receiver.
Hold on,
They add a
stop.
tight end,
New York
trenches.
has 2 running backs, Tyrone Tracy and Scatterbo.
He's another decent one too, but Scottable's that guy. Like Scottable's.
Yeah, but you got to look at what Tracy did while
Yeah,
Scatterbo was
Scatterbo's
there
hurt, yeah.
and post Scatterbo.
Yeah, Tracy looks good.
They got a 2-headed monster
They
there.
got the quarterback. They get the running backs. They need a tight end.
They got a good receiver in Malik Neighbors.
Yes, they do.
Once he comes back, they got a tight end already. That tight end right now who played for them this year.
Bellinger?
No, the next kid. He got hurt.
Okay.
But they got a legit tight
So
end.
they got the core. They got a good
Theo
core.
Johnson.
and they got
Yes.
yeah, and they got pieces on defense.
Yeah. So they just got to get a decent draft pick.
And very important
Pieces,
thing.
Lawrence, Abdul Carter,
And
Brian
guess what?
Burns, Thibodeau.
The
Oh my
easy for
God.
Harbaugh is he steps right into a 4th place schedule like Ben Johnson did in Chicago.
And like Verbal did in Patriots.
Correct. You need to watch out in the NFC East. That ain't no cakewalk no more for Philadelphia or Dallas. It's not.
I'm rooting for Harbaugh to do well, but I'm glad he's gone.
I think it's going to take him a year or 2 to get them where they need to be competitive wise. But they're gonna for the next 2 years they're gonna be upsetting people in that division. Watch and see.
Todd Monken over there is going to do wonders.
Let's go to the phone
He's
lines.
likely going to New York.
Did he go there? Did he? Did he
Not
officially
confirmed
agree
yet, not officially yet, but
All right.
that's likely what's going to happen.
Talking heads. I mean, press box.
Good afternoon to the number one sports talk show on this side of heaven. What's up, gents?
What's up? What's
What's going on, Mystery Dolphin?
Listen, gentlemen. Now, I believe my pick for what's coming out of who's going to live to see another day today would be the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots.
Same as you. Same as you, bro.
The Chicago Bears and the Patriots.
I'm going the other side.
All right. Now, I knew. Listen, Seattle Seahawks going to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I agree.
The way it's looking, probably so.
Yeah, they're going to win the Super Bowl. They humiliated. Let me ask you a question. Did Brock Purdy cry last night?
No, he took it like a man.
He took it like a
loss
man. He's not Josh Allen.
He didn't cry.
Well, he's from
pull an
San
NBA to
Francisco.
Josh
He
Allen.
used to taking it like a man.
Okay.
Oh,
Josh
my
Allen cried. Josh Allen
God.
cried.
That's no. Come on.
Josh Allen cried?
Like a
like a baby.
I forgot we was on radio. Like a baby. I use that B word.
Baby, yeah.
Listen, I mean, Josh Allen still got a lot in him. A lot in him.
Not in
I-
Buffalo.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
losses, a lot more underachieving, a lot more being that guy who couldn't get it done. Yeah.
He's pretty much Jim Kelly 2.0.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want him to end up like Lamar Jackson though.
I don't want you. Hold on. I don't want you. I don't want you or other people out there to ever say another bad thing about Dakota Rain Prescott as long as
Hold on.
Josh Allen walks this
Hold on.
planet.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are so different. They're pretty much the same quarterback, different teams, different races.
I'm speaking about the amount of time they've been in the league. They've been so close.
And
They've
none of them
always
have a
been
ring.
So
And
close.
yet so
They've
far.
There's no comparison. I'm not comparing them. I'm saying they've been so close so many times and never got there.
Been so close, but yet so far.
The Bills and the Ravens,
that's what I'm speaking
heartbreaking
Okay, I got you.
endings every single year. We're pretty much the same squads. Because the way we go out, it's heartbreaking. Both
You know what's
squads.
going to happen? Josh Allen's going to beat the Buffalo, keep fighting, and teams like Miami going to turn their act around and come out there and win the Super Bowl before Josh Allen
I honestly
does.
think that happens. You know, I see it because he's Jim Kelly 2.0. That's exactly
So
what
what y'all
it is.
think? But what y'all think about Lamar Jackson's future from here, though?
No, we're getting a new head coach, new offensive coordinator. Bisciotti wants him. Baltimore, Eric DeCosta wants him in Baltimore. Lamar wants to be in Baltimore. He's established there. His family's there. His daughter's there. I mean, everything's fine for him in Baltimore. We just have to keep
And
building.
in April, you'll hear.
And a new
And in
coach.
April, you'll hear. With the first pick, we have a trade. The Baltimore Ravens trade Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, no,
to
never.
the Las Vegas Raiders for this
Never.
year's first pick, next year's
Yeah,
first.
but what
never.
about Derrick Henry?
Never. I think he comes back, but I think he'll start to decline. But see, when I say that, I always get proven wrong. But I think it happens this year. But the last 2 years, 1,900 yards, like almost 20 touchdowns and then 1,500 yards and 15
I don't see
touchdowns.
I don't see. I think
So
he's got another
I
year.
think he got
left in
another
it.
year or
I
two
think
left
he's
too.
still. I think he's still got time left in him, but like the beginning of the decline will come. So
Derrick Henry is a beast.
yeah, we
man.
got to
I mean,
get
he
another
just
running back.
Got to learn to stop
I
fumbling those
think
balls,
we need
but he's a
to
beast.
somehow find a way to trade away Mark Andrews. He's done. I want him gone. He's a part of the Harbaugh regime. We need a new, fresh identity, and he's not a part of it. He needs to go. Unless Lamar wants to keep him, then he can stay. But
Mark
if
I don't
Andrews
know.
might
I just think the play calling was terrible this year for Baltimore.
Mark
I mean,
Andrews might end up right in New York.
I need.
I won't be surprised.
we need one more we need to overhaul the entire defense, entire offensive line. So over the next 2 years, that's what we got to focus on. But if we could, and I thought about this last night, and I really thought about it. If there's a way, Carnell Tate falls to number 14, pick him. The wide receiver from Ohio State, 6'3", 195 pounds.
I don't know if he's gonna fall. I think I think Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Caleb Downs. If Caleb Downs falls, it's all over.
If he manages to fall, which I doubt, but if Carnell Tate is there at 14, you don't consider anybody else to run alongside
If
Zay.
Cincinnati
You pick him.
If Cincinnati don't take him at 10, Caleb Downs. If Cincinnati don't take him at 10, you gonna hear me partying, calling, and freaking myself out from 10.
And if we could get,
Because I know at 11 they ain't gonna take no safety.
Miami, we gonna go.
Y'all ain't taking no safety. Y'all going O-line.
O-line, yeah.
We can't be conservative. We've got to get Kubiak as head coach
You
from
might
Seattle.
even get your boy from the Canes to stay right at home. Mawaguya.
Naughty, before you go, I want to ask you about your Cowboys. Y'all gonna get rid of Dak? Tell me when.
No, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to get rid of you and I'm going to let you go now and talk to you next week.
Mister, you just know how to pull the strings.
I just need to mess with Naughty Man. That's all.
That's all.
There you go.
All right, guys. Y'all
Go
have a
and
good
sit
day.
All right, brother.
Have a
Take
good
care.
one.
God bless.
What if I can let that go? I can let you go.
But I see. Look like Miami's going to be taking on a Green Bay kind of
build.
Yeah,
Are they built?
because I mean the Sullivan is the
former
head.
assistant guy in Green Bay, but he was a top brass.
Yeah,
Nice
and
dog
then they
GM.
bring talk.
He came up to the ranks. I mean,
Yeah.
he started at Waterboy
Yeah.
and ended up where he needed to be.
And then they're looking at the defensive coordinator. Hafley is the front runner right now.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
For what?
For head coach.
For who?
For the Dolphins.
Who?
Hafley, the defensive coordinator.
From where?
From Green Bay.
That low-key,
That's a
could be
homeboy
good.
network.
And then Tingham Brady is interviewing today or tomorrow
For what?
You know what?
for head
Joe
coach as
Brady-
well. Joe Brady, that's Buffalo, right?
Joe Brady sucks.
I know.
Yeah, he's
But
not-
I think Hafley, being Sullivan, knowing Hafley, been working with Hafley.
he's decent. Joe
Hafley has
Brady
built
has
a
his good
defense
moments.
in Green Bay. I think Hafley could end up being.
Let's be fair.
Be gone with an offensive-minded head coach. It didn't work, so maybe they're going to look at the
Let's
defensive-minded
be-
head
let's
coach.
be realistic and let's be fair. Green Bay's secondary was atrocious, and when Michael went down, they had no pass rush, and then nobody could stop the run.
It wasn't because of the coaching, because of the talent. Their
Fair enough.
cornerbacks
they
were
put in
hurt.
schemes to succeed.
But they
Yeah.
had the 12. Their defense was ranked 12th in the NFL this
you know
year.
why he got out of Green Bay too? He does not want to be faced with the prospect of paying one player $47 million to be on injured reserve.
He will not be named the linebacker formerly of Penn
No, I'm
State.
talking Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Oh, he said his name.
But
his name.
he did take
Well,
that
actually, I
defense.
call
in
him Micah Farsons because he's a farce.
So his defense
That's
did
a
rank
can't stop
12th
no
this
run.
year. Based on you saying their D-backs were atrocious, they ranked 12th in the NFL this year.
Surprising.
All right.
Very
So
surprising.
they did a pretty good job at developing the talent there. Even with Parsons gone, they didn't do bad in the playoffs.
Listen, I'm looking, and there's going to be, after this week, you're going to see some positioning.
I think this week a lot of
After
more
the
dominoes going to fall.
AFC and NFC championship games, you're going to start seeing people fall into place.
Yeah.
I think Brian Flores is still a dark horse candidate for the Baltimore job, but I think Saleh is the front running favorite in that.
No, not for us.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
good. We good. We good. We good. We saw it win in New York, and we saw what he did last night. 41. Granted all the injuries. Granted everything.
I'm just
else,
telling you,
41.
They had that was a walk-in medical tent yesterday. They got
They
a
were-
lot
they
of
were
injuries
a walk-in medical tent against
all season, and they did a lot based on-
Philadelphia.
yeah,
and held
they did.
Philadelphia in the dance. Granted, Philadelphia can't call any offensive plays because they had a trash OC. But still,
but
we
still.
saw how it went in,
but
in New
still,
York.
Saleh did a great job in the 49ers this year. Injuries hurt them.
He did.
Injuries hurt
I
them.
think he deserves the head coaching spot, just not with us. And I'll explain why from my point.
Who are you gonna get?
I want Clint Kubiak. I don't think.
No,
we're
not
gonna
who
get him.
you want.
Realistically,
Who
do I think?
who you think?
I have no clue because we're interviewing so many candidates. So I have to wait and see until they come.
Don't be surprised
if
if Flores. I think Flores is going up in Pittsburgh.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm
think
thinking
he
that
goes
might
there.
be the best
I think
fit for
Flores
him.
goes to Pittsburgh, but I have to wait till the second and third rounds of interviews and stuff like that to determine. Okay, this is the realistic.
How many people they've interviewed
candidate.
so far?
Must be 10, 15. I can't name them.
They had 10, 15 lineup. They've all of them, man.
No, we've interviewed a bunch of people. Let me go to the.
Not everybody could
Instagram.
have
I
an
can show
interview
you.
yet, though, because that team's still playing.
Yeah, but we've interviewed
I'm
guys
looking-
from the Rams. We've interviewed, but who I want, all I can tell you is who I want, and that's Clint Kubiak, because look at what he's done in Seattle with Darnold and with JSN. Solid play caller, young guy, 38 years old. The reason I say Kubiak is because the offensive system, the stability would be in place for the remainder of Lamar's career. Granted, he stays in Baltimore and doesn't want to leave. If we get a defensive guy, it's going to be a rotating carousel at offensive coordinator every year, never consistent. It'll be a Jalen Hurts effect, and I don't want that for the Ravens, so that's why I want Clint Kubiak. And if we get a defensive guy, and it has to be that way, at least get it so you know the defense will be solid for the career, and get Brian Flores. So those are the only two realistic candidates I really want. But we've interviewed Kubiak, Davis Webb from Denver, Vance Joseph, Matt Nagy, Kevin Stefanski. We interviewed twice before we went to Atlanta. We've interviewed y'all's defensive coordinator, our old guy, Anthony Weaver, Flores, Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator from LA, the Chargers, Chris Shula, Mike McDaniel, and then
Chris Shula, that's pretty favorite right there.
the young guy
That's,
from
not because he got a name, because he's Don Shula's grandson. I don't know what he
the
did for
young
you.
guy from the Rams, Nathan Shielhaas, a former college quarterback and passing game coordinator over there in LA. But I don't think we're interviewing guys, but we need to hit on this pick and we need to get Clint Kubiak. We interviewed Kingsbury too, but I don't want him.
I look at who Dallas has interviewed as we get into the NFC report brought to you by Margaritaville PI, and they got all the games going on for you as well. 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, Monday night tomorrow, and of course your AFC and NFC championship games as well.
Oh, it's 3 and
3 o'clock and 6.
3 and 6.
3 and 6, my bad,
And then
3 and
it's 3 and
6.
6 on Sunday next week too.
But the Cowboys, they've done quite a list for their defensive coordinator position. I could honestly see that Schottenheimer has a say in this one. Not like how the Joneses hired Eberflus last year and said, "Oh, add him to your staff, Shotty." Shotty's out there interviewing quality personnel and quality coaches. 3 more interviews lined up for this week. Christian Parker, who's the Eagles' defensive backs coach and pass game coordinator, and they got him as a very bright young mind defensively.
What he did with that weak defensive backfield this year, they did well.
Yep. As well as Giants interim defensive coordinator Charlie Bullen. Apparently, he made a lot of waves. He's been very impressive since taking over that Giants defense. And when you look at him over the last couple of weeks, the defense was keeping the Giants in games. They were getting beat, but they were close games. The defense was playing.
He did.
And then they also have Packers defensive line coach and run game coordinator DeMarcus Covington. They also interviewed Zach Orr, former Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon has an interview. Broncos defensive pass game coordinator Jim Leonard was interviewed, and he's got a second callback visit coming up. Vikings defensive game pass coordinator Durante Jones. Now, he's the sleeper. They say he is Flores' number 1 disciple. And if anybody that Flores would recommend to go on and leave the nest and go be a defensive coordinator somewhere is this guy right here.
And that's the Flores don't take him with him if he goes.
Correct. But obviously if Dallas gives him a good enough offer, Flores is prepared to lose him because obviously this guy deserves a chance to be a defensive coordinator now. But and then also Ephraim Banda. And they interviewed our very own Coach Aaron Whitecotton, who's our defensive line coach. But I think that was just a token interview. Bullen is a dark horse candidate. And don't forget, you should be familiar with him, Pearly. He was with you from 2012 to 2018.
He was with I remember the name, yeah.
Assistant defensive line coach and linebackers coach.
I think he interviewed with the Dolphins as well.
Correct. So let's look at the games today, guys, that are all coming up. Because we got to soon be out here. And don't forget, Rich Eisen going to take us home with what's more likely, covering what we saw from yesterday, today, and some other sports news as well, NBA as well. Not just NFL today getting us home. But
First game on top.
3 p.m.
Houston Texans at the New England Patriots.
New England -3. All right.
I think they cover that.
And that total is over 40.5.
I like that to go over.
Well, actually, and the money line is +1. We're not doing the picks yet, though, but let's just look at these games real quick. I like the Patriots in this game. They're playing in Foxborough. They're playing in Massachusetts. Vrabel has been here before, been there, done that, got the T-shirt. McDaniel is comfortable. He's been here before in this position.
He fits in perfectly as an OC, and specifically with the
he can't head coach his life.
I took the words right out of my brain, but as an OC in New England, thrives. He absolutely thrives. But
I think the weather's going to be a factor too.
Not so much, because Houston just came out of freezing, ice cold Pittsburgh. You know how it gets up there, and they did their thing.
Yeah,
but
good point.
But I just think this is a better coached group, a more talented group. They have the MVP in Drake May, and this team, you have to accept it. Stafford might get it.
Drake May is the MVP, bro.
You have to accept it. Last year, Lamar got first team All-Pro and ain't win MVP.
And if you
they
all
gave
don't
it to
watch
Allen.
it, the Patriots can start doing what they normally do: win the division and make the playoffs, and win the division with the best record and get a bye,
and get buys.
and start that foolishness they did with Brady all over
The
again.
evil empire will return.
Just whoever they beat last week, I don't care. They're playing against a team that has an extremely good defense.
Yeah.
And if C.J. Stroud could get one good game together, they can mash up the Patriots.
No Nico Collins for the Texans today. He's out.
Christian Kirk balled out, though.
But Rodriguez against Kirk,
That's
I
what
like
said.
that any day of the week.
I love that matchup. And on top of that, CJ had a terrible game against a Steelers defense that isn't as good as this Pats defense.
And just remember, there is a
coaches
certain defensive lineman / linebacker named Harold Landry that plays for the New England Patriots. That is going to cause
Spillane, the former.
That's going to cause some
Don't
havoc in there.
discounting that Houston defense.
Nobody is. I'm saying
Don't discount that Houston defense.
I'm not taking
when
away
it's
from that
time
Houston defense.
offensively for one of these teams to make plays offensively, I got more faith in New England to do that.
I
than Houston.
understand what
but
you're
Houston's defense, I agree with you. It's the best, bar none. It's ridiculous.
And I think they're going to shut him down today. I think that fourth place record is going to be exposed this year, this game. And I think they're going to, and I'm saying Houston's going to beat the Patriots today.
And here's what I think. I think New England gets out early,
I like that.
unleashes the dogs, and Houston has a harder time playing catch
Because
up.
what Houston can do is hang in close like they did with the Pittsburgh Steelers and then score 23 in the fourth quarter. You can't do that with this Patriots team. You can't do it.
We will see.
We will.
We will see.
Then you got the Rams and the Bears later on today. Listen, get an abacus, get a calculator, get plenty points going up in this.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the Bears have been the cardiac hits.
And watch
I
this
think
turn
the
out to
heart
be
attack hits this year.
Watch this turn out to be a 9-6 dud.
Probably so.
I pray not.
17, 14 or something like that.
I think the Bears' biggest problem last week was that they started extremely slow.
But if you start slow against the Rams, you're in
can't.
trouble.
That's my point. But Johnson is one of those guys. We're studying film.
All I'm going to say is
we're
the Chicago Bears have trailed by 15 points in the fourth quarter 4 times this season. What's their record? 4-0.
And all I'm going to say is the Rams have been here, the Bears have not. This is different.
I like that.
And
too.
I agree with you, Pearly. But there's one factor that pencils in for the Bears that puts them right up there. Ben Johnson,
because Ben Johnson's offensive play
because
calling,
just like where he came from in Detroit under Campbell,
they would wreck the Rams.
They would wreck the Rams. So trust me when I tell you, he might have something there.
And I'll say this: this might be a hot, crazy take. In year 2, I already think Caleb Williams, honestly, better than Jared Goff. And now he has Jared Goff's coach. He's unlocked. I don't like the guy
and I'll tell you,
I really don't. But as a quarterback, he's been balling. I got to give credit where it's due.
The Bears got their 2 running backs like they had in
Detroit.
Guy
and Herbert.
Not
Herbert.
Herbert.
Sorry, Swift. Yeah, I confused for Khalil Herbert from a few years ago.
Quietly, Moore is starting to catch the ball at big times in the game now for Chicago.
Luther Burden's making huge plays. And then Komet and Loveland.
Loveland is the key right there. And I think that's the difference in the game today. The Rams are weak against tight ends, and there's no answer for Loveland.
We'll see.
So I think this is going to be a very interesting game. That's
I
the game.
think this is going to be the most interesting of all.
Oh,
the
hell
games.
yeah.
This is going to be the best game.
This could be a
this league.
48, 41, 40.
I think the last one, the ball may be the win in this game, but I really think Houston's can hold the Patriots down and can show you exactly the vulnerability, the inexperience the Patriots got.
All right. So if I got to make a pick today, if I'm playing with the Island game and I'm playing to win with the Island game, I got to take the Patriots minus the 3. And even though there's a lot of defense in this game, I'm going to take the over. That 40-point over is kind of low. I could see a 23-20 game here.
Or you can see a 24-14 game here.
No. Houston's defense is great, but in fairness, the teams that they've played.
You were
that are
saying
on
the
par
same
with
thing
the-
last week, oh no, Houston can't beat the Steelers. Oh no.
But hold on. When did I ever say that Houston cannot beat the Steelers?
You picked Houston last week?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in a contest.
You
I
didn't
knew
see what
he
Houston was probably trying to do
trying
there.
to rage bait me or like flip it. Like no, I know what I said. Can't make me
He
think.
started
I'm
off
crazy.
with me saying I said Donald was trash. No, and I got Donald as my
He's trying
backup
to
quarterback
flip it,
on all my fantasy games this
I
year.
know-
Defend yourself, that's all.
I know what I said. The reason, but Houston played Seattle this year, lost 27-19. Played good teams early on. They lost Jacksonville early on. Beat them, granted, when they went on their 10-game-in-a-row run. And they are the hottest team in football right now, Houston is. But New England, and here's the funniest thing. We give credit, and you do too, you do mostly, Pearly, you give Denver credit for winning the games, how they win them. The defense keeps them in games, but they win so many one-score games. And they get credit for beating a lot of bad teams in one-score games, too. They beat the Jets 13-11.
Let's look at the Patriots.
New England dominates bad teams,
Let's
which is
look
what
at
you're
the
supposed
Patriots.
to do, and they get criticized
They beat
for
the
it.
Raiders, the Dolphins, barely beat the Dolphins by a touchdown. They beat the Steelers by a touchdown. They dominated the Panthers.
No, they lost to the Steelers and those guys early on.
Oh, they
in the
lost to the
season.
Steelers by a touchdown,
And the
sorry.
Raiders, too, but these are
They
early
beat
on
the
in
Bills
season.
by 3. They barely
In
they
Buffalo,
beat,
which is a good win.
fine. They
I
beat
like-
the Saints
listen.
by a touchdown.
I like
They
New
beat
England.
the Titans.
I like New England minus the 3, and I like them over the 40 points in that first game.
I like Houston, and I'll take Houston and minus the +3.
Who you like in that game, Stat Boy?
I'm going with the New England Patriots, and I like them to cover.
So I'll be the lone wolf. I'll be the lone
I don't
dog.
like.
huh?
I
The pot cake.
obviously I don't gamble, and I can't really give great advice on point spreads over under this and that. But I got New England to win. They're at home, and offensively they're going to make the plays when they need to be made. Houston's got a great defense, but you need offense to it because you have to outscore the other opponent to win games. I know defense wins championships and offense packs the stadiums, but when you got to make those plays offensively, I don't trust CJ Stroud to do it. He was horrible last week. No Nico Collins, Gonzalez on Christian Kirk. That's pretty much shut down. And so now you got to really make a play.
Let's see.
And New England's good against the run, so Woody Marks is not going to run like he did against Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, Milton Williams. Milton Williams got after Herbert a bunch last week, and now if he
Go ahead.
has to just play the gaps and make run stops, I think he could do it.
The Bears and the Rams. Listen, the Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. I like the Bears at home plus the 3.5 points, and I like them over the 48.5 points as well too.
I like the Rams minus the 3 points, and I like them over the 48.
Give me the Bears.
I think the team with the ball at the end will be the team to win. And I think
wins the
you
game.
can't stop Stafford. I think he's going to take it down the field and score a touchdown.
And I tell you,
Stafford has his stoppable moments.
Everybody has to stop.
Stafford got an injury too that he's nursing through.
Everybody has to
let's
stop.
be real.
Everybody banged up right now.
Let's be real. The Atlanta game showed me Stafford can be had. It did.
All right, we'll
It
see.
showed me he can be had.
But
And
what
this,
what he
this
showed-
Bears
he-
defense ain't a great.
Now-
They allow some points and yards, but they get the most takeaway. I think they have the most takeaways this year.
I wanna let you
Stafford
know-
can't play dangerous ball.
I want to let you know the player who's going to make the play to put Chicago up and above and over the top and get him the victory today. And he's straight off the all-name team. You know who I'm going with, Sancho?
No, I don't.
Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze. I like it.
Watch out for that wide
like
receiver combo with Caleb Williams. Quietly, they got a little chemistry going there. And listen to me.
Odunze, DJ Moore,
And
Luther
in the
Burden.
red zone, Odunze is somebody you need to watch. Do not sleep on that. This year, he cried a lot that he wasn't getting the football early. His
Wasn't
dad
healthy a lot.
His dad went on record and said, "Wow, I came and watched my son catch one ball. The following week, he started getting the ball, and he's been on a rise, and now he's healthy. Watch out for that
One thing
matchup.
I've learned over the 40, 50 years I've been watching football is one thing in regular season. Is next thing when you get to the division championships and the player and to this round of the playoffs, this where the pressure mounts.
Yeah, the regular seasons where you
This where
make
the
your fame,
pressure
and then the
mounts.
playoffs is where you make your name. So
This where the pressure
That's what he
mounts.
does.
And this way, first year, second year, and young players, pressure mounts. Houston and the Rams.
All right, you got Houston and the Rams. Starboy and I got
Bears,
New England and the Chicago Bears. Like a lot of people do, it's split right down the middle. So we should see a lot of good teams. A 12-5 Texan team taking on a 14-3 Patriot team, and these two evenly matched. The Rams 12-5, the Bears 11-6. Bears playing at home though, so that's why I give them the advantage. But it should be some great football today. Get out to Green Park, get out to Margaritaville, or get to your favorite watering hole and get your ice cold Bud Light and enjoy these games, all right? And if you're playing to win, definitely play to win with the Island game. For Pearly, for Starboy, this is your boy Naughty, wrapping it up for Mr. Producer as well. We'll see you next week right here on the Press Box, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And next week, we'll be talking AFC, NFC Championship games, getting you ready for the Super Bowl.
Super duper.
And then that'll force us in a couple of weeks to talk NBA.
And go Hurricanes.
Go Canes on Monday night for sure. All in your belly. All right? Have a great Sunday. Enjoy your games, and we'll see you next week on the Press Box.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Naughty back at you with my NFL Divisional Round playoff picks, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. That's who we're playing and winning with all season long. And if you want to play and win this weekend, simply log on to theislandgame.com. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. All the action going on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's games. Bud Light specials, wing specials, and off-the-chain menus at both locations. And, of course, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. And get your Bud Light specials at your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location. All right, here's who I like this week, starting with Saturday's game. On Saturday, I like the Broncos over the Bills. I like the Seahawks over the 49ers. On Sunday, I like the Patriots over the Texans, and I like the Bears over the Rams.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Chris, you got the Pella helmet in front of you.
Love it.
You got the Pella
Love it.
markings on the screen. You got the What's More Likely presented by Pella Windows and Doors. Hit it.
Guys, we have 4 massive games. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's get right to it. Fourth quarter, more likely fourth quarter magician quarterback to combine for more touchdowns on Saturday. Josh Allen, Bo Nix.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the Rams game.
I'm going
I thought
in
you were
order.
going to go with Stafford. Oh, I see. But I thought in terms of fourth quarter magician quarterback, there's 2 of them in the Chicago Bears.
2 of them in this
hosting the Rams. Come on, man. I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
So you're picking the Bills.
You said fourth quarter magician quarterback to combine for more touchdowns. What does that mean, combine for more touchdowns?
Rushing and passing.
Okay. I'll go with the guy who is
Bo
one of the
Nix,
greatest in the history of the game already, despite not even playing a full decade in the league, rather than somebody who's going at it for the second time in the playoffs.
So you're picking the Bills.
I'm picking Josh Allen in this scenario. You have placed it in a box, or you've placed it on a topic bar. You don't like my answer? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not.
Okay, what else you got
Seems
over there?
disrespectful to both.
It's not at all. You've told me what's more likely.
Have you seen this picture going around of Haley Steinfeld from 2016 at a Broncos game?
Yes.
Why is she dressed in Broncos?
Oh, yeah,
gear?
she's dabbing.
At the Super Bowl, full Broncoed up, doing
her.
the dab. Obviously, I'm sticking it to Cam.
Well, as you know, that's the the trend right now is to post pictures from 2016. I did it last night.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Xander saw it and he's like, "Whoa, Dad, you're actually following a trend." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, was that you went higher register on?"
How dare you? How dare you?
Who's more likely to reach the conference title games this weekend, guys? Both number 1 seeds, both number 2 seeds, or none of each?
To reach conference title games, both 1 seeds, both 2 seeds, or none of each. Let's go with. I think it's more likely that both 1 seed reach it. What do you mean none of each? That every road team wins this weekend?
Upsets. Chaos.
As you know, my higher register is that more road teams win than not.
Aggregated.
I did it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're hedging your bets.
Wow, really? People listen to what I'm saying and then repeat it?
Yeah, buddy.
Who aggregated it?
The people who employ us.
Oh, really?
You and TJ got aggregated.
Yeah, my first time, baby.
Are you upset about that?
Congrats.
That TJ
No.
got
Mine always get aggregated out of context.
Yeah. So he kind of
I'm
feels.
kind of happy about
I
it.
thought that's what it means to be aggregated.
Yeah, but they don't put the context of what he's saying, and so he gives like a.
Oh, yeah, you're
overreaction.
higher register guy.
You're a higher
Yeah.
register.
And my higher register guy.
Yeah.
But
And-
Chris will
but
give an
without the
overreaction.
context of that,
Yeah.
where it's a bit.
Right.
People act like
Yeah.
I think that no one from the Rams has ever been in the cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The first comment
We
was
got
like,
Blake Corum
Stafford
coming on
played
in
at
hour
North.
3.
And then someone goes, they played the Eagles last year and it was cold. And I'm like, yeah, you know what happened that game too?
Well, I mean, Jalen Carter wasn't blocked. Otherwise, they would have won that game in the snow, pal.
Hey, if
All right, so where are we again here? I'll go both. I think
both twos or none.
I will say it's not likely that all 4 road teams win, and I don't know if both 2 seeds are going to make it. So I'll go both 1 seeds is the most likely scenario.
Love it, Rich Eisen.
Chris, I love being
Chris
aggregated
Brockman.
for the first time, by the way.
It's fun.
Aggregate me.
At 2Jiggy. Go
Holler
follow
at your
him right
boy.
now.
They even
You get
tagged you. They
aggregated
tagged
and
you,
they,
too.
they throw your account out there for the first
Right.
time, and then all of a sudden Twitter goes down. That's weird.
And I get no followers from it.
That's weird.
More likely, offensive player of the year candidate.
Twitter's down, and hateful people are like, how will I make sure people know about my hate?
That seems unnecessary to pile on like that.
What? On what? On hateful people on Twitter?
Trying to do the
Well, that's also, I think that's also redundant.
Yeah, understood. I still use Twitter actively.
I got.
Oh, really?
I have hate, but not that much.
Offensive player of the year candidate to go for more yards: Christian McCaffrey rushing and receiving, or JSN only receiving.
Oh, gosh.
That's easy.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you go with a guy you're giving me option of 2 paths to a total as opposed to 1 path to a total?
I mean, what did he do a couple weeks ago?
No, I hear you. No, he got smoked.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like McCaffrey's one of those dudes that's been stewing over not grabbing that pass. And the fact that they're sitting there in Seattle rather than at home will just remind him of that. And I think he's going to have a better day or a better night. I'll go with, but I'll just go with a guy who's got two paths to the total rather than one.
Understood.
Certainly, if Drew Lock might be throwing the ball.
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't even want to put that in the ether.
Don't put that evil out
You need
there,
to
Bobby.
pray to the
Sorry.
lords of the obliques.
More likely to be the bigger number. Bummer, no George Kittle, obviously, with the injury last week. Jake Tongas receptions or Seahawks sacks on Brock Purdy.
Oh, I'll go Seahawks sacks. I'll go Seahawks sacks.
Got the game-winning touchdown week 1.
I'm very well aware of that. Yeah, man. This is Seahawks defense, dude. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, sacks on Purdy. Although this time around, Trent Williams will be suited.
True.
So,
Jake Tonga is going to hang this up on his locker. Man.
well, I mean, with all due respect,
the goal.
man. I mean, what are you saying? Like he's got 5 catches and
Something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, sure. Maybe they keep Purdy upright.
I hear you. Okay. Well, hey, listen, for Niners fans' sakes, I hope I'm right about the McCaffrey one and wrong about this one. And for Seahawks fans' sakes, I hope I'm wrong about the JSN one and right about this one. I'm just trying to split things up. It's called what's more likely, not like what is consistent.
Going to happen.
Right, yeah.
All right, let's go to Sunday.
I'm placing markers.
Let's go to Sunday.
You know what I mean?
Foxborough first up. More likely, Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter have more sacks of Drake May, or the Patriots have more 20-plus yard plays. They're a big play offense.
What's the weather like? I'm serious. Give me the weather here.
It's kind of all over the place.
Is it going to snow? Is it going to snow and then all of a sudden Hunter and Anderson are sliding all over the place? They can't get traction? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, Sunday, let's see. Sunday at 3 Eastern is looking like...
What is it?
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for the weather out to load up. I don't know. It's mid-30s, maybe some snow flurries.
Yeah.
I'll go Anderson, Hunter, sacks. I'll go Anderson, Hunter, sacks, and snacks. Well, I mean, they would have a snack of Drake May.
You don't get that big without snacking a little.
Drake May gets sacked a lot.
20-plus yards on this Texans defense is saying a lot. It just is.
Yeah, it's a big play offense.
I understand it is.
Is there more likely to be more of combined, these two teams like to fumble, Rich Eisen, combined Patriots-Texans turnovers, or more combined touchdowns in the game?
Ooh. Screw it. I'll just go combined touchdowns to keep it, to combined turnovers to make combined turnover. I just had a turnover in giving you my answer.
Play the slow.
The slow Sports Center thing. Dude, I have been talking
I have no
for
idea.
3 hours a
You've been talking
day,
a lot. You've been talking
at least, for, let me get this right. Today,
2 straight weeks?
Today will be day 12. Yeah. 13.
You have a show tomorrow? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. 4.5 hours. And then 4 hours. And then 3 hours.
And then Monday.
All week.
Tuesday.
Yeah. It's all good. No,
Grind
listen.
don't stop, Rich Eisen.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's all right. I'm ready to go. I stay hydrated. Try not to cramp up.
You stay ready.
So
you ain't got to get ready.
To talk ready.
You know, that's how we keep the lights on, Chris.
That's right.
That's true. We're going to talk to one of these guys in like an hour.
Okay.
Running back duo to go for more rushing yards, Kyron or Balake, or DeAndre and Manangai.
DeAndre and Manangai.
It'll be a really cold game in Chicago.
Oh, man.
Sunday night.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to see a lot.
Oh, man. I'm going to
runs
see
in this game.
I think, how about this? I think Manangai might lead everybody in rushing.
Oh.
Because he's the bruiser, man.
He is a bruiser.
And I think this is Manangai weather, right?
My young guy season.
Manangai weather.
Manangai weather. How can I look at my guy high stepping on the screen right there? You know what I'm going to say here.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I'm
know.
saying.
Come on.
You know what I'm going to say here.
What team number? 160.
144. Team 144.
Something that no one started using.
And if I know that exactly. I know people don't know that. Hey, but listen, you know why other people don't refer to their teams as Team 144?
And you didn't do it either until like 2 years ago.
Right, because there was no Team 144 for Michigan until they won it all as Team 144. And you also, how many teams programs can say we've had 144 different teams? You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Probably like Harvard and Yale, probably.
All right, there's a few of them. Yeah, there's a few of them.
Well, you know, Harvard's the Michigan of the East. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind enough to receive a game ball for the win in the Rose Bowl over Alabama, which was the penultimate win for Team 144. You know what it says on side? Win 1003.
A lot of wins.
So I'll go with Blake Corum.